Yo, what is up guys? Welcome to a new video with me, Fuzzball40. As always, if you're new around here, please do consider subscribing down below. We've just hit 7,000 subscribers. It's insane. Thank you so much for the support. We're on the road to 8,000 subs now. We're gaining nearly 200 subscribers a day at the moment. So thank you all for the support, and hopefully you guys are appreciating the content. If there's anything you'd like to see on the channel, comment down below. Let me know. Drop a like on the video if it's helped you. But yeah, I digress. That is what it is. This was supposed to be the 0 to 2 million continuation. We've been doing a 0 to 2 million account. We were trading on it on stream today, doing really well. I think we're up towards 400,000 coins once everything sells now. But then Foot Birthday dropped and the servers went mental. I was looking at players, checking prices. I got kicked off the game live on stream, which is not ideal. And then basically it wouldn't load the capture. I don't know if you've had this error before, but it just doesn't load the capture for you. And basically you get kicked off for a few hours at a time. I don't know how long it is. I just tried a minute ago. I can't get back on again. So in its place, I was debating what we could put here, and you guys know that we launched a website called foottrading.co.uk. You've just seen the intro for it on this website. Essentially, Dan and I have changed it up on there. For tier 2 guys, used to get a thing called live deals, but we liked it, but we thought we could do better for our subscribers, so we changed it to live filters, and that's been really well received. People are extremely happy with it, making hundreds of thousands of coins a day from it. And so I was talking to Dan, and his name's V273. I'll leave his link down below, by the way. Insanely good. He's probably the best trader with icons and specials, in my opinion, in the FIFA community. Just my opinion, but I rate him so highly. Obviously, I wouldn't have launched a website with him otherwise. But I was like, what can we do about a video? And he said, why don't we essentially give out a couple of those filters just to you guys for the support you guys have given us? Because although I know not all of you can subscribe to the website, if you can and you want to, brilliant. It helps us keep creating great content, and you guys make loads of coins. But if you can't, I know a lot of you visit the website. I know a lot of you support my YouTube, my Twitch. So massive thank you for that. And again, if you want to come over to Twitch, click the link down below. And if you want to join the Discord, !Discord to join the Discord server. Nearly 700 people in there now. But basically, the live filters have done brilliantly well. They've done incredibly well, and everyone is extremely happy with them. And so we thought, why not give you guys a couple of them on the YouTube channel so you can make coins? But what we're going to do, and what I'm going to do specifically, is teach you the method behind it. I don't want to just be a situation where I say to you, okay, cool, here's a sniping filter, go and snipe. I want to start giving you guys knowledge of trading and how things work, and to start thinking outside the box a little bit. And that way you'll be able to apply this to other cards. So the sniping filters are going to involve 2 specific special players, okay? 2 special players. We'll go into detail about who they are in a second, but 2 special cards. Now, trading on FIFA is all around, and the most effective trading on FIFA, in fact, is all around fluctuations. All FIFA cards fluctuate. And when we talk about fluctuations, what we mean is at certain points of the day, they will be more expensive, and at certain points of the day, they'll be cheaper. Certain points in the week, they'll be more expensive, certain points, they'll be cheaper. As a basic standard thought process, usually in terms of weekly, the market is at its lowest on a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday starts to rise into Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday. Those sort of Friday and Saturdays when it's most expensive with Weekend League, and then comes back down again for Sunday, basically. That's how fluctuations work in a basic form. But it also fluctuates with supply. So you guys know I trade with silvers. Silvers just go up, 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 up until they get a supply of them, which is usually market matchups. And then they crash, and then they go up, 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 and then they crash. So supply can affect it, things like that, basically. But fluctuations, they're easy to read, technically, but also fluctuations can be unpredictable. It can happen any time. So what we do when we trade with fluctuations is we look at the minimum price for cards and the maximum price for cards, and we start thinking, okay, cool, how do we best make coins out of that, okay? So that's the first thing about fluctuations you need to know, is how best can we make coins from fluctuations? The obvious answer is we try and buy at lows and buy and sell at the high point that we know that they get to, basically, okay? That's essentially what we're going to do in this video. I'm going to explain that to you in detail. The 2 cards that we're going to be trading with today, and I'm going to show you the sniping filters for, are Memphis Depay in form and Lucas Moura in form. Now, the reason why I'm showing you those cards is there is 2 specific reasons, in fact, why I'm showing those cards. Number one, I talked to you guys about chem style trading before, so chem style specials. On the website, we have a whole spreadsheet dedicated to chem style specials. So in buying prices, there's a whole website dedicated to telling you guys what to buy them for and what to sell them for. And when we talk about chem style specials, we are talking about special cards that have hunters and shadows attached to them, because obviously hunters and shadows have a huge amount of value. So you can buy these cards at the same price that they sell normally, but with a hunter on them. You're then able to flip those cards for what they should actually sell for, with the hunter value attached to it. So as an example, let's say you bought a Jordan Henderson for 20k, a special card, theoretically, and he sells for 20k normally. If he's got a shadow attached to him, that card's worth 6, 7, 8k more, because that shadow card would cost 12, 13k on the market. So he hasn't had the value, okay? So that's just the simplistic things I'm teaching you right now in terms of that. He hasn't added value because there's a shadow card attached to him. However, one thing I haven't talked to you guys before about is position changes. Position changes are massive on this game. They are absolutely huge. And this is why this method is so damn effective. It is incredible. It is so strong. And I can't stress it enough. What we are going to be doing, we're going to go and show you now. The first card I'm going to show you is Lucas Moura, okay? I'm not going to show you Cagliari. I'm going to show you Lucas Moura. So Lucas Moura has his Team of the Week's Moments card. Really good card. Really solid card. This is it. It's a really, really good card. It's a brilliant card in terms of the value of the card, and it's exactly what you want realistically from it. Ignore some of the stats on this because he has got a pumped up stat on him. But Lucas Moura currently, we can check right now, is currently selling for 104,000, give or take. He's selling for 103,000 at a minimum, 104 roughly, okay? He's selling for 103, 104,000. Now, at times in the day, he will sell for 100k. At times in the day, he will sell for 115k, okay? He will just go up and down. But people don't realise that when they list that card with a hunter, it has an added value, but also when they list it with a position change, it has an added value, okay? It has an added value. Because some position change cards are, number one, very hard to get hold of, or extremely expensive. And in this instance, the card we're talking about is centre forward to cam. It's an expensive card. People usually can't be asked to try and snipe one, so cards have an added value. This method is perfect to sell to lazy buyers, and that is what this method is all about. So essentially what you want to do is, Lucas Moura has different types of special card. He has two. He has a normal special card for Spurs. He has a special card for the Team of the Week moments. He also has a shapeshifter card. Now you want to ignore the shapeshifter, and you want to ignore that one. We only want this card here, okay? What you want to do is you want to set your filter to special. You want to set your filter to filter out that one. I usually just set it as 20, to be fair with you. 20 is about the right amount. It's pretty much the same on both Xbox and PS4. And then what you want to do is you want to go and check his price on Footbin. You want to get an idea of his price on Footbin. So we're going to go to Footbin and we're going to type in Moura. I'm going to look at what he sells for, okay? Now, never, ever, ever assume the Footbin is always right, because we've just seen it at 103, 104. I don't know what he said on Footbin. A minute ago it said 101. But yeah, he's been updated 6 minutes ago. He's 104, basically. So you're looking at that and going, okay, he ordinarily sells for 104,000 coins. That is his price. On PS, his price is 139. So we're going to explain the method for both of you at the same time. So ordinarily 139 on PS, on Xbox 104, okay? That is ordinarily his price. And what you want to do is you want to set your filter now to basically get to where he is at 104. If you can get to 103, all the better. If you search when there is one for 103, then all the better, which is perfect. 103 is his min price. Now you can see right there, there's a Moura with cam on him. And that is realistically the cheapest price on the market at the moment is a cam card. You want to buy the cam cards. The but to that is, when you go back to Footbin, you want to look at his price on an hourly and just make sure you can check what he's been selling for. So if you look, his average price, 101, he's got down to like 98 at points, 107, 100, 100, 101. So 103 means he's slightly inflated at the moment. Not massively inflated, but slightly inflated. So I wouldn't want to buy him at 103 right now, personally. I want to be buying him at about 101 below, possibly 100 and below is what I'd want to do. But you want to make sure you have none past the hour. So you can go to 104, do special. You don't really need special, but just make sure you got set special. So those are 104s. There's 103. Make sure there are none past the hour. When I say none past the hour, you see the 58 minutes and 45 seconds just down there? There, basically. You don't want any of them to be past like that. So 3 hours, 6 hours, 2 days, whatever. Then all you simplistically want to do is compare price back out. That's all you want to do. Compare price back out. Compare price back out. And you want to keep doing that and hope it comes up. Now, I was doing this earlier on. I've got some examples to show you afterwards. We'll keep going until we see them start to pop up. Have your filter down on buy now ready to go, just in case you need to snipe it quicker than someone else. There's one for 101 there that's just popped. You keep doing it. And what you're looking for here, you're looking for cams, you're looking for CMs, you're looking for CDMs, you can buy CDMs of these as well, and you're looking for hunters, okay? Because they all have added value. They have way more value than it does for a normal card. That is what you're looking for. Even strikers with hunters as well. So strikers with hunters, cams, CMs, CDMs, and ideally cams with hunters or CMs with hunters. You're looking for those. And you want to keep compare price backing out, just until they start to pop. I'm doing this at the moment at 8 o'clock at night, which is not... It was prime time about an hour ago. It's now less prime time, but we'll keep doing it. People do list them. They come up relatively often. That 101's now gone. Been bought off the market straight away. One for 99 there. Like that still is... It's not necessarily a buy, but it's not necessarily not a buy either. You can make a little bit into a fluctuation on him, but you'll see that they pop quite often. Right. Now that is an insanely good deal. So now you might ask why. First thing to note, the position change has a value of about 5,000 coins. But to lazy buyers, that value is even more. It's even more. To lazy buyers, that value is even higher. He also has a hunter on him. So he also has a value from the hunter cards, which are all selling for 12,000 coins at the moment. So on that card that I've sniped for 4,000 coins lower than his current minimum buy now, I've got about 17 to 20,000 pounds without accounting for lazy buying in terms of profit on that Lucas Moura card. And this is when you start to make really big bank from working with special cards, because now you've got to think, well, okay, cool, what do I value him at? And for me, my value on him is probably going to be something in the region of about 125, give or take. So I'm going to come out of this, and you're going to now see some of the deals we picked up at different points. You see that I picked up loads of them before this video started. Here's some I bought earlier. But Lucas Moura, for example, there's a standard one with a cam on him, just standardly, for 99k, which is fine. Because he's a cam, that's 5k below his current sell price, as standard, which is insane. So 5k below his current sell price, with the 5k value on top of that with the position change on him, plus the fact that realistically lazy buyers are picking him up for more, I'm going to list this card for between 115 and 120. And that's my advice. With the CMs and cams that haven't got hunters on them, list for between 115 and 120. If you pick up 20 of these, list them between that. But do not list them all at the same price. It's silly. Do different prices. 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120. All those sort of things to make as much as you can. However, I still have here 2 CMs. A CM there with 104. And the CM's good because it means you can put him in CDM or cam if you want to. And a cam card that I picked up for 100k with a hunter on him. I'm going to list these guys for about 122 to 125. Well, 120 to 125, probably somewhere in the middle at 123. So now when I sell these cards at 123,000 coins, I'm looking to take home about 16 to 17k profit per card. Now, I have 2.5 million coins on my account, and they're 100k each, which means that I can buy, if I'm not mistaken, 25? If I'm not mistaken, I can buy 25 of them. If I buy 25 of these Lucas Mouras tonight, and I sell them, and I sell them at, let's say, give or take, because it's not with that, let's say an average of 15k profit, I'm looking at something in the region of about 300,000 coins profit in a day. In one day. Just from buying these cards up. And honestly, I can't tell you it works, because people in this game are lazy, and they will just go, right, sod it. But at the moment, I'm going to show you what the market on Lucas Moura is right now. In terms of cams, Lucas Moura right now, we'll go special, we'll go cam. Hasn't got any of that price. He has some on the market at 108. He's got one on the market at 108. He has one on the market at 112, 111, 112. So you're going to sit there and think, well, how are you going to get the profit from that? How is that going to work? How do you possibly get the money that you want from him in terms of factors those in the market? When I looked at this about 45 minutes ago, there was about 15 of them. There's now 5. Because what happens is, there's a big blast of them now when people list and undercut and they come down, they come down, they come down. And then slowly but surely, those cams start getting taken off. Bit by bit, they come off the market and this price on this cam and the price on this card full stop starts to increase. And overnight, it's usually at its highest, and that's when you can sell. When you're on the game, list them up. So I'm going to list one up now for you to show you. When you're on the game, list them up for an hour at a time. So I'm going to show you the way we're going to do it right now. So we've got this Lucas Moura here. We paid 99 for him. We're going to list him up for, let's do one. I hate when it does that. It's really jarring. Then we'll just do this one here. At 114, 115 even. Always make sure you have the bid price only 1,000 below. This CM with the hunter on him, we're going to go and list him up for 123, I think I'm going to go for him. 124 there in total. Got 124 on him. So once I sell him, I'm looking at about, again, give or take, maybe 14,000 coins profit. I could probably get more for him. I'm going to test in the water on it tonight in terms of the other ones that I bought yesterday. I'm testing the water on him tonight and see what he does overnight into fluctuations. But again, 124 on him. Nice solid amount of profit on that guy. This cam here, I've already listed one for 115. So I'm now going to list this guy for 116. And just see what he does. List him down there. Always remember there's a sort of set point in terms of when you are listing these guys up, just make sure to differentiate between your prices. You don't want to sit and try and price fix, it won't work. But I'm listing them up for an hour, and vice versa, you get the idea. You get the idea on them. but they pop so often that you wouldn't realise. So that's Lucas Moura, and again, what you are buying into is the position change and the chemistry style change. For example, there's also, I'll show you the striker that's here. Now I know they're selling for 104, and I know a Hunter has a value at the moment of about 12,000 coins on the game. So I'm like, hey, cool, what can I sell him for overnight? I'm looking to try and get overnight for him. Again, I'm probably going to try and aim for a similar sort of price to the other cards I'm listing up for. I'm probably going to list up 115 with a striker of a Hunter on him. I might not get that for him. I may not. But again, number one, if I don't sell him, I can just wait and list him again tomorrow and list him overnight again. There's no panic. Remember that. There is zero panic with this method. Don't sit there going, I didn't sell overnight, my God. Just list them again. They will eventually sell. But again, he's got a value with a Hunter card there specifically. So it's two-faceted, this sniping filter. It's two-faceted. We're going to Depay. Depay is the other one. And again, the reason why I like Depay is he's relatively sought after. He's relatively meta. He's a good card. With Depay, again, go over to Footbin. And you just want to check Depay's price. So if we get Depay up, we'll have a look at Depay when he loads. When we get him up finally, at any point. 58,000 is what it's saying, it was updated 40 minutes ago, so we'll check that. And 61 on PS4. So apply the same principles on PS4. Apply the same difference in price as well. You saw a minute ago the difference in price on Xbox. Apply the same principles to PS4 as well. Maybe account for slightly higher of a sell price in terms of additional, because you're spending a bit more. But Depay, for example, check special card. We'll check where he's currently selling for, just to make sure we can corroborate what Footbin is telling us, because Footbin can lie. And there's one right there for 58. There's only one 58. In fact, there's right there a 58,000 coin Depay with a centre mid on him, so I'm going to buy him. Because I know full well he's at CM. He's selling for 58,000 as it is, and he's got position change. Straight away, I'm accounting for that position change. Easy as pie. Easy as the pie. See what I did there? But then basically what you want to do is the same thing again. You want to just go special. Make sure they're none past the hour. So these guys here, we want to try and get rid of them. Filter those guys out. So we'll filter those guys out like that. There's none now there. So he's got another one there at 59k. Do I want to buy that one? Not really. Realistically, it's not one that I really want to buy. He's slightly above the price. I know right now, if you look at special on him, there's no others on the market for 59,000 coins. He is the cheapest, but because again, I'm going to look at his fluctuations. If we go back over to Footbin, let's look at his fluctuations on the market. Let's go to his hourly graph. And you're seeing 58s, 57s, the 60s here, and 59s and 58s. Ideally, I want to be buying him at 58. That's really where I see him. I don't want to be buying him more than that. If you look on yesterday's graph, 59 there, 57s. 58's the max I really want to be paying for a Depay full stop. But this one will pop slightly less often than Moura will, but he'll still pop. I mean, you just saw one sitting there for 15 minutes a minute ago. The people just don't realise the value of these cards. And again, you want to compare price back out, and what we'll do, set the filter. Yes, the filter's at 60, we're good at that. We'll just do that, just so we know if we need to refresh it, we can. And compare price back out. Now, I don't know if another Depay is going to come up right now. Again, I'm doing this in literally after all the hype from Foot Birthday sort of starts to die down. But you want to compare price back out. Keep doing it and see if one comes up. Earlier on, there were absolutely like mad amounts on the market. There were tons on the market. And again, they've started coming off now, which is really, really nice because it means if I buy them, they're going to sell overnight and I'm going to make a decent amount of profit from them without having to worry too much. Compare price back out. Just do it for like a minute or two more and see if we get another one. And if we don't, I'm not too stressed. I'll just wait tonight and pick them up. And you guys will see in a video tomorrow. If that 0 to 2 million account's not sorted out, you'll see this again. Let's keep flicking through. No more Depays. We picked up one, but I would like to pick up another one if we can. I'm going to set its account, have I? No, it's on any special. Refresh the filter. Whenever you come off, just refresh the filter, get into the habit of doing it. So I want to check what his actual price is saying right now because he's got one at 60. Sorry, has that one just come off now? That one's just come off the market. So the 59,500's gone. So again, there's 152 minutes ago. And again, just keep compare price backing out. But one of them just came to the market at 59. I still wouldn't have bought it. I like to stay safe. And also, but rush buying ones that aren't the right price. I'd rather not buy another one on this video than eat into my profit. I want profit and I want to continue with my profit. And I don't have to worry about whether or not there's going to be like a K or 2K that I'm going to lose. I'd much rather make as much profit as I can. But we'll give it like another sort of 30 seconds. If one pops, brilliant. If it doesn't, then that is what it is. Are we going to sell any more? Cool. When we're going to set the phrases. One didn't pop, it is what it is. Sometimes you can't get them. I'm not going to doctor this video, but like, I'll come back to you in a second when I pick one up, like some people might do. What's sold? The Lucas Moura straight away sold. One of them straight away sold. Easy dubs. It's easy profit. I can't stress it enough. It's easy profit. You make bank from it. But yeah, so now I've got to think about, okay, what do I factor in for his value? For me, I'm going to think about this Depay, and I'm thinking, right, is it 58? Let's list him for 65 overnight, see what he does. I'm going to be picking these up all night to try and pretty much sell, we'll use the whole 2.2 million in my account and see what we sell overnight. But I list them up for an hour. Now, they don't sell within the hour. Don't panic. It's completely fine. When you come off this game, make sure you list overnight. I cannot stress it enough. Make sure you list overnight. While I'm talking, I'm going to try and snipe another Depay while we're talking. Make sure that you list all cards overnight. Always have everything selling overnight, because if you don't do that, you might miss out on profit because you didn't have something on the market. Realistically, you may miss out on profit. Like when you're sleeping, that's when the market climbs because everyone's sleeping. So no one's listing anything. So it's supply and demand. If I want a card, specifically want a card, let's say I want, I don't know, Memphis Depay, for example. If everyone's sleeping, there's none being listed. All the cheapest ones, bit by bit, get taken off the market. And then the more expensive ones are then left on the market. And that's usually one of yours. Because you've accounted for the fact that the market's going to climb. And that's where you're going to make profit. Realistically. I would like to snipe one more of these Depays. It's really bugging me. I would like to snipe one more. We picked up like 3 earlier on. Like no trouble at all. Picked up 3 like in the breeze. To be fair, I am doing it again at half, well, 20 past 8 at night. So I don't think there's going to be too much of a shout. But yeah, cool. To sum it up, in terms of what it is, look for the value in these cards. Let's go back to Moura. Look for the value in these cards in terms of the position change and the chemistry styles. It's honestly not rocket science. I can't stress that enough. It's very simplistic. Once you get the hang of all these sort of methods, it's when you start making very, very good coins on this game. Very, very good coins. So you've just seen, for example, I almost instantly sold a Lucas Moura with a Hunter on him at 104. Let's actually check what he's selling for with a Hunter at the moment. Let's look at special position Hunter. I just want to see what he's selling for with a Hunter. So one instantly sold 110. So this one here is not going to be a good buy. At 110, always account for tax. You're making 1k profit. But again, into fluctuations tonight, he probably sells for 115 into fluctuations tonight, realistically. He almost certainly does. But account for that, account for re-attacks, account for all those sort of things. But just keep doing it. Compare price back out. Always make sure there's none past the hour. Lucas Moura there for 96k. Like, that's how easy it is. That is how easy it can be. If you're using newer cards, it's even easier than older cards. Depay does pop. I promise you now, Depay does pop. But I don't want to sit there for 50 minutes trying to find another Depay. But there's none lower, none in the market for him. Right now, lower than 101, I think, in fluctuations. So again, I've already listed one up. I can now go, okay, cool. Let's list this one up now because we're going to get listed up for 117. And I'm going to keep picking them up all night. And I'm going to keep making profit out of them. And I'm going to keep doing that. I'm going to find other cards to do it with. And I'm going to keep grinding it out left, right, and centre. That's all I'm going to keep doing right now to make loads of coins. Hopefully tomorrow, as part of tomorrow's video, I'll try and sell you a load of these that have been sold. So you've got an idea if it actually has worked, if that makes sense. But that's going to be the end of the video. Hopefully you guys can make loads of coins from using this method. Do not forget to go out and look at other similar cards that do this. Look at this week's Team of the Week and see if there's any strikers and stuff like that you could be doing this with. Look at old Team of the Weeks. Look at cards all around and just see if there's other cards you can find to do this with, because there are hundreds. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. If you are 2-tier sub on the website, you don't need to worry. We're finding them for you. We're doing it all for you. Don't forget to check out fittrading.co.uk, lads. Make sure you subscribe if you're new around here. But for now, lads, I am out. Peace out. I'll speak to you soon.